All right, so the pole's in for the gas tank we're gonna run on this giveaway build. Looks like it is the Frisco chopper tank, which is kind of my favorite. But what's crazy is close to it, like very close, I thought it might win at one point, was the coffin tank. So surprisingly to me, you guys really dug that coffin tank. So, I mean, it was like right there. I didn't know which way this was gonna go. So at this point, I don't have a gas tank here because I didn't know which one you guys are gonna pick. So we do have the chopper tank. We're gonna be getting that one from Lowbrow, so I'll showcase that to you here. Let's see, it'll be here in the next couple days, and then next week, I'm gonna show you guys how we, I drill the backbone and put specific bungs in there just for more structure. So I'll show you guys how we do that next week. We'll mount the gas tank when it comes in. But right now, next week we were gonna do the fender pole, but since you guys chose the king queen seat, like we have here, this is obviously a wider tire version, but there's no reason for us to pick anything besides just the regular contour fender we do, because the seat's gonna cover almost all the fender anyways. So we're not gonna do a fender pole. We're just gonna make a fender, put on this bike that fits nice. Then when we do that, I'm gonna do a video to show you guys how I like to do seat pans for our builds. I do those out of fiberglass, but that'll be on down the road, we'll get to that. But what I'd like to do now is, we've got the rims sitting here. We just got a box in from Lowbrow. This should be the tires and rims. Or I'm sorry, this should be the tires and tubes. So let's go over here and look, check out what we got from Lowbrow. They donated these tires to us, so let's check it out and let's maybe mount these up and set it up there and start getting a proper roller going so we get some heights and stuff. Let's see, we went with the Shinko 5" by 16. Nice old school tread. This should be a really tall tire, so that's gonna look cool. Then we did the Shinko. What is this one here? The 3.021. That's gonna be some nice old school tread also. Really liking these Shinko tires they're coming out with. They're coming out with some nice new old school looking tread design tires, bias tires that are looking pretty cool for a lot of these old school vintage builds that we're doing. So let's get these mounted on these raw wheels. Let me see, by the time we mount these, we'll see what the next pole is going to be. I think maybe the next pole next week should be, if we're going to do these rims in gloss black or chrome. I kind of have my thoughts on what I'd like to do, but we'll see what you guys choose. But let me think about it for a minute, and maybe that's what we'll do on the next pole. All right, guys, we got these Shinkos mounted. These are gonna make a really nice looking vintage Sportster chopper. I really like to tread on them. This 16-inch rear is really tall. I like that. You're gonna be able to let some air out of this back tire, get some nice ride out of this on a rigid frame. So I guess I've decided, I think our next poll should be, are we gonna do these rims gloss black or chrome? So I don't know how much chrome or black we're going to be voting on this bike, but just looking at the wheels and knowing how important the wheels are for the look of a build, I think that it's detrimental that you guys choose whether we're going to do chrome or black, because chrome or black can definitely change the overall look of this bike. I like both, so it's not going to hurt my feelings either way. You guys vote on chrome or black. Next week we'll come back, see what won that. We'll have the gas tank in. We'll be mounting the gas tank on this. I'll show you guys how I mount the gas tank. We should have the motor in it, so we should be moving right along next week. But with that being said, you guys vote on these wheels. Remember, all you have to do is like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to have a chance to win this bike at the end of this build process. That's all free, so see you guys next week.